Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got White Claw Tracy in the studio with us.
Hey.
How you doing, Tracy?
I'm good. How are you?
Let's see if this works. Hold on. Let's see.
Oh,
Just
goodness.
doing it on the
Oh,
fly.
no.
Let's see if it works.
White Claw Tracy is here.
All right.
All right.
All right. I guess that's better
I mean,
than
it's it's gotta,
yeah. I was like, that's okay. White Claw Tracy is here.
Yeah, I am.
Kind of scared me.
Yeah,
So-
I wasn't sure what was coming
It's
after
getting
that.
very well. I didn't know what was going to come after that. I mean, it could have literally rose up and killed all of us in the room. You know,
So
like RoboCop.
this segment is brought to you by White Claw.
Yes.
And you brought some
I'm having one
a
right
new
now.
product.
I did.
And this is White Claw Zero.
Yeah,
correct?
it's their White Claw NA. So it is, Zero, White Claw Zero.
White Claw Zero Proof.
Yes, zero proof. And it comes in a 4-pack. It's 4 flavors in the pack of 12.
Just like the moon landing.
All right.
Yeah.
Zero
so-
proof. Yeah,
Zero.
son.
But it also has 3 hydrating electrolytes. So it's only 15 calories.
All
All
right.
right. It's pretty like
See,
this.
It does
this
taste,
is-
yeah, it's tasty.
It does taste. Now this one tastes exactly like a lime White
Does
Claw to
it?
me. So I think you could cut your lime White Claws with this and have a better day.
There
that
you-
makes
yeah,
sense,
there
you
you
know.
go.
You're not quite
This
as.
one tastes. This one's
That-
a little bit more mango-y
It's good,
than
right?
the mango, but it's delicious.
That tastes exactly like White Claw.
Yeah, it does taste exactly like
here's-
White Claw, which I think.
Can we trick Joey?
No, I know I can trick my brain. I know I can trick my brain. I've been drinking beer and
Yeah.
White Claw so long that when I have an NA beer, and I know some people don't do this, especially if you're full blown and you're recovering. I get it.
Yeah.
Don't mess with that. But if I have one beer in the garage, it feels like I'm having like a cheap
Yeah.
beer in the garage.
Yeah.
You can't trick the shakes. The shakes always know. So why White Claw is brilliant with the chemistry of this is you have to add that 15 calories to trick your brain into believing, because if there's no calories, then there's no sugar, and then there's sugar and alcohol, and that's where the
Correct.
if you're going not, if you're not drinking alcohol and you want something real close, then this is perfect.
It is.
Because it
It's got
has
a little
that
bit of sea
15
salt,
calories.
mine does. Like
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has a little bit of sea salt in it that gives it that like lime kick.
Yeah.
Almost like a margarita, if you like
yeah,
that.
this is a very mango margarita.
that,
very,
that
yeah,
flavor.
It's very
yeah.
tasty.
These are good. These
Yeah,
are
this
definitely
is-
good, man.
Yeah, I would definitely buy this again
Um,
for sure.
So Tracy, let's talk, because you are always busy, always on the go.
She told me she's starting a new business.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with that. So you recently started an Etsy shop.
Yeah, I haven't told anybody, so it's
Oh, was
just
I not
kind of-
supposed to
no,
talk about
I mean,
that?
no, you can talk about it. I feel weird self-promoting. Like, I am everybody else's huge hype woman. Like, I will tell everybody else about how amazing everybody else is, but then when it comes to me, I get weird about
Well,
it.
what about you?
I don't know. I get weird about it because then I think people are at home going, "Oh, that's crap." Like, you know,
Well,
because
they might be.
I know they might, and
That's what I would say.
I know, and so that's why.
Especially if we were talking about you,
yeah,
and we are.
and my crafts.
Yeah, if it were you, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh God, here's this.
I mean, yes.
Oh.
So I don't know. So I basically did it so it's a reason for me to continue to buy craft materials and pretend in my head that I'm doing something with it instead of just gathering.
Wasting your time.
Yeah.
So it's a rationalization.
It's
Wasting
more-
your
it's
time
kind
and
of-
money.
Yeah, it's a rationalization.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a therapy as well. Crafting, I get a little therapeutic, and I do different things every now and so it's like.
So you're like a handyman.
Yeah,
You're
basically.
like a digital handyman.
Yeah. I mean, not even
Tony,
yeah,
you're
not
the new
even-
Tony. You're
oh,
digital
God.
handyman.
No, what-
Selling cruises next.
okay.
You're
So,
gonna get an
Tracy,
email.
close your robe.
Yeah, you're gonna get an email about that.
so he don't listen anymore.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah,
listening
yeah.
to I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, listen anymore 'cause he passed away.
Years ago.
He'd recruit me to be under his team anyway if he
Yeah.
So-
he would,
yeah.
he would.
So what is in your first? How do you even start an Etsy shop?
So-
What the hell is it?
So that was a pain in the butt because you
That's the most grandpa
Yeah.
thing you've yelled on the show. What the hell is an Etsy shop, and how the hell do you start?
That should be
easy.
Tom's new segment. What the hell is it?
Explain this to me.
No, I've always heard of Etsy
it's
shops.
very easy to set
Yeah,
it
but
up.
you
It is
usually
very
tell
easy.
us.
It's like Shopify. We got
Kinda.
that.
But you
But,
usually
yeah.
tell us if there's something and you don't know what it is, why didn't you look it up?
What do you mean?
An Etsy shop.
But you.
Well, I just don't care. I mean, now we're doing a segment about
so
it.
he asks me to explain.
I never cared before. Don't even care now. I just,
My favorite
I just want to
thing
tune
is,
out for a second, so I asked her a question.
My favorite thing is
Tell me
making
about this
Tom.
Etsy shop so I can turn my ears off and get some quiet.
I love making him listen to stuff he doesn't want to listen to. It's one of my favorite
Oh, I
things.
know. Because I see
I
it here
know.
while he's on the phone. Do you know that sometimes he puts you on speaker and he'll
love
leave
it.
it on his desk and then he'll walk out and he's like, hold his hand and start slapping his head. He goes, yeah! He's like, and then he looks at me and he goes like, double crazy. And he goes, she just won't shut the F up. And I'm like,
Yep.
she'll hear you.
Yep.
And then I look and he has mute on. He's more clever than I give him credit for.
Yes, that's good. That's good. I haven't heard him yet.
When he slaps his head, I'm like, it's too much, man.
So yeah, you just sign up, you open it. It's an initial start fee of like $29. And then
Hold on, we need this.
you hook up your bank account to it. So they charge the customer and then they direct deposit to you. So I didn't do it to my like real
Tracy
bank
just
account.
had to explain shopping to you, Tom.
Yeah.
That's how
like
that
opening accounts, ACH routing numbers were involved.
So,
I hate ACH routing.
But the
numbers.
reason why you go to Etsy
It's
is,
homemade, handmade goods.
and then that way anybody who searches it, if they're searching for like Halloween crafts,
Yeah.
then you
I thought you were gonna say
pop-
crap.
Etsy, honestly,
thought you were
Etsy
gonna
is
say
the only thing keeping 3D printers alive.
Yes, yeah. Well, that
Because
like,
a lot of your crafters will get in there and they'll be like, hey, you want a Star Wars blaster? I can 3D print you one and paint it. Put it
Yeah.
up on Etsy. And then I think Butler has an Etsy shop.
you're also not hosting your own, domain. Like, so it's easier for people to find you. If you're looking for something homemade, most people go to Etsy to find something because there's so many.
I go to
stores.
Etsy to buy a gift that my wife will
For your
think
wife,
I
for your-
give a damn.
Yeah, your mom.
But,
Those are good mom and
but
wife
it's kind of a
gifts.
hack because normally what you're going to get, you're going to have to sell it's the thought that counts because what you're buying is utter trash.
I've gotten some good stuff off there. Way to sell my shop.
But the
Well,
fact that you,
look, like
the
Tom,
fact
I'm
that you
not
have
here
to
to sell
say-
your shop. I'm here to do a show.
no, yeah, I know.
the fact that you have to say I've gotten some good stuff is a sign that is mostly crap.
Thank you, Rob.
I've gotten good stuff.
I bought one thing on Etsy.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
I was looking for a flower pot with seashells around it. Right? And
a hot glue gun in Daytona Beach couldn't have gotten it done.
about to say.
Called
Jesus
me.
Christ,
I-
man. I could have made this in an
could've called
afternoon.
me.
Oh, you would have made a beautiful one.
It's like saying you were looking for an ashtray with a laminate shark in the bottom of it. Like, dry for 20 minutes.
So I went to China, my go-to. Like I was like, China's got it. I searched seashell
China.
flower pot. And then nothing came up. Like some things that came up, and it wasn't
Must
what I
have
was.
been the tariff.
And then
Did you mean to search for a female body inspector t-shirt?
and then I went to Google, and then when I searched it, Etsy came up, and I didn't know what it was. And then I was like,
What the hell? It's a wall.
and then I went to it. I went and I was like, oh. And then I saw the exact thing. I was a flower pot with a hot glued
That's what I
seashells
want.
around.
I want my house to look like an old hotel room.
And then it was this whole, I want to do like one click buy now, 2-day shipping, none of that. It was like it may come from 7 to 14 days or
Yeah.
21 days. I don't know what the hell.
Handmade.
What is it,
It
1984?
depends on, so each seller can set up how they want to ship. So they actually do have choices, and so it's per the seller, but you can email them, you can message them, and they would ship it sooner.
He
whatever.
wanted to
Too
not
much.
talk to anyone.
Yeah,
He wanted to just
I
right,
want China.
Yeah, you wanted a China.
He was
you
going to come
wanted
faster from China?
you wanted a mute and deaf Chinese computer man to sell you a pot with seashells on it with no other interaction.
And then when I bought it, I
Yeah.
was like, I'm never gonna get this. No way. And then it came in like a coffee box. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like because it was just like a random box that
Yeah.
person had. And then it stuffed, and I opened it up, and there was it. Like,
Pretty good?
Yeah,
There
and the shells fell off.
They always do. The shells always fall off.
You know, like I left it outside. I gave it to Crystal.
You got to use E3000
I'm on E7000.
or E7000.
Yeah,
Maybe I got the name
there's
wrong.
6,000. I have 6 and 7.
Oh, excuse
yeah.
me. I didn't know there were,
I just got a load of 7,000.
I had
yesterday.
no idea there were different levels of it.
Yeah.
I also love the
It's good
smell
for
of that stuff.
rhinestones.
That stuff.
And evidently, it's really toxic for you.
Yeah, I smell the hell out of
Yeah,
it.
you're supposed to wear like stuff if you're really
If you ever
using
wonder
it.
why I'm a dance dad, I work on Maisie's rhinestone
Rhinestones.
costumes
Yeah.
because E7000 smells so good.
Yeah.
It has the little needle point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does.
We're talking glue.
Put it right up my nose.
We're good.
So what are you selling on Etsy?
Right now, I just have some earrings that I've been making. So and I have not yet put up some of my.
Are these your
like,
go woke, go broke earrings you've been trying to give Maisie that I told her she can't have
Oh,
because we don't swing like that? We don't do politics.
Yeah. Those,
I'm
yeah.
joking.
Yeah.
I'm just messing
I gave her a pair of Orlando
Conservative
Magic.
earrings.
Yeah.
That's
They'll
where the
sell.
money's at.
They'll sell.
I know. Trust me, I know.
They'll sell.
Yeah.
Tracy's actually doing seashell earrings.
They would sell. They would sell. Do you know that I begged my mom and dad to buy me something from Myrtle Beach so bad? It was a little E.T., the extraterrestrial, that was made out of seashells.
Oh, yeah.
And his arms were out. There were the little
Yeah.
pointy ones, and in one of his hands, tiny beer.
And they
Because he
and,
was the drunk E.T. He was the
Oh.
drunk E.T.
And
from
they
the
didn't buy
movie.
that for you?
and
They
in
did. They did.
Oh,
They
okay.
found. I begged and begged.
center chest, they painted one of the shells red for his
Yeah,
little
yeah,
heart.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love that.
Ouch.
Love that.
Uh,
Next up in my shop.
will you make this for you? Will you make me an E.T. with holding a beer can?
I'll make you
All
an
right.
ET.
If we're talking about like people's side business shops, I guess I can announce that Pirate Spot Craig has launched elite vintage apparel on eBay.
Oh, maybe we're gonna say Etsy.
Wait, is it called Elite Vintage? Elite?
My vote was for Pirate Spot apparel or Pirate Spot vintage clothing. That was what I thought that'd be funny to have to explain later.
But
down the
Elite
road.
Vintage, Elite Vintage sounds like 24-hour limo. We haven't no business. Doesn't it sound like Elite Limo? and-
Elite vintage apparel. It's definitely on eBay. I'm looking at the store right now. If you want to, boy, if you want an Illusion sports black dragon embroidered varsity jacket, it's a spot for you. I almost stole it. If you go look at Elite Vintage Apparel on eBay and you see a yellow FUBU hat, I almost stole it. I came real close to stealing that hat.
You are knee deep in vintage 90s clothing, right?
Love
And I
that.
think the crown jewel, he's got a leather jacket up there. Yeah, here it is. It's a Shot NYC vintage men's black steer hide leather jacket. He wants $1,400 for it. And-
1,400.
You should wear that to the roast.
And they're going for that. That's why he. Yeah, I should. Right. I should definitely
should
go.
steal that.
I should get some elite
Sorry.
vintage apparel for the news junkie.
Knock it
roast.
out, man. Yeah, man.
Sponsored by.
You should go full Mark Echo for the roast.
We got some Echo stuff. We
Yeah.
definitely get. There's a guy named Pierre Craig. We got a lot of Pierre Craig. If you like Pierre Craig,
That's so ironic that. Can we
Craig.
start calling Craig Pierre Craig?
we should.
Yeah, I think so.
So when you're reselling actual apparel that is other places on the internet, you can get an idea of what the market is for that apparel. But when it's a one-off,
Well, no,
You
I mean,
know,
I Google.
Tracy, when you glue a seashell
yeah.
to a bit of cardboard and then tie a hook to it for an earring, what do you charge?
I mean, I can Google, I can look on Etsy what other people are making, and and then I also, I cost and profit and shipping and all that because Etsy takes a cut of everything. So
what's
I mean,
a
I'm
cut?
also not. It's not much. It's like 20 cents a listing. So, but the thing is, on my listings, I made a drop down menu so that it's variations of the listings. So for like one, I'm not having like a listing for every single thing. I'm smart on it. I'm learning how to use Etsy. It's actually really an interesting.
You should
platform.
do an Etsy shop for your plants.
Yeah, it's homemade. Like it's not manufactured. Like it's it's you making it. Clothing like that. Or
could not
crafts,
possibly
goods.
be worth my time whatsoever.
There's a lot. There are
All
a
right,
lot of
100%.
plants on Etsy. There's a lot of plants. There's a lot of plants and people selling air
Yeah.
plants.
They must like it.
Air plants, that's garbage.
You've been looking for a marketplace for your dumb garbage
Pull
No,
all the
plants.
air
but,
plants
but the
off.
problem is nothing is worth his time.
Exactly.
And when nothing's worth your time, then you will do nothing.
Right.
No,
Then you just
wor-
bitch about it.
It's there is a value that's worth my time, and Etsy could not possibly be it. How could it be?
I don't know.
There's no way.
I mean, and certainly
So-
because you've never experienced it, that is true.
Yes.
Who is incorrect here? The Etsy shoppers or your value of your time?
Oh, that's the question. But I could see myself putting because then
I can see myself riding a unicorn.
Yeah.
Here's the
when you
thing.
can predict the future, you know exactly what to do. I've
Yeah.
been saying this.
no one's
weird.
honest about how much time they're putting into
Oh, I put
whatever
in a lot of
venture.
time.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, then
But-
when you sell the earrings after shipping and you make $8, then
Well,
it's like, okay,
yeah.
you've made 30 cents an hour.
I know, but I think I'm going to do
undervaluing.
it anyway because I like crafting.
You
it's kind of
enjoy
like a
doing
therapy.
it anyway,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm going to do it anyway.
And you're good at it. I'll give you that.
you.
You're really good at it. The stuff you've made Maisie is like, you made her some Orlando Magic earrings that are top tier. She absolutely
good.
loves those. You made her a Halloween spooky basket that is like cut in half where it looks like a cauldron, but it's not, and it lights up. You made her a Christmas wreath. You made her an ice cream wreath. I mean, you're really good at this kind of
Thank
stuff.
you.
Your hand paintings are very good.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love.
you.
I think the paintings are the best.
Thank you.
I think I'd like more
yeah,
paintings.
I actually got commissioned by a realtor who had me paint a house for the person that bought the house, and they were going to give it to them as their closing gift. And then I was at a party, and I was chatting with some of my mom's club friends, and I'd given them magnets that I had it was actually pictures of their family, and like I gave you guys.
Yeah.
And I was telling the one girl how I was doing paintings, and I got hired to paint a house, and she looked at me and goes, "That was my house." And I was like, "What?" And I'm like, You bought that house?" She goes, "Yeah, that picture's on my coffee, like in the living room." She goes, "I love that. Like, thank you. It's like our best gift." I'm like, "Oh."
Look at how
But
positive
I didn't
this
even
is.
know,
Look at
like,
this.
I didn't even know it was her, but it was my friend.
You are so sweet and so
Thank you.
positive.
Thank
We
you.
needed this on the show.
Thank you. I
Got
tried.
to get the grumpy
Look
out
at
of
his
here.
face.
I know.
Yeah.
Look how
Look at his
grumpy.
face.
Value.
I'm gonna say something real deep right now.
Bring it
The
on.
only one that liked this was Reed Ross because he can identify. So when you get a personalized craft, like I have received one time from Tracy, I got a very nice Halloween wreath.
Yeah, you left it here for months.
Yeah, I know. It was still on the counter
Yeah,
past
yeah,
Halloween.
it was so nice that I was going to take it
home.
home. I was going to take it home.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I had to buy so many buckets, and I cut them in half. So
Yeah, like
could use the other
and this is a message out to everybody out there that likes to give away personal.
Calling all cars. Calling all cars.
This is a personal bulletin from Dr. Grumpy. Personal bulletin from
Don't give
Dr.
it to
Grumpy.
Tom.
If you're thinking of giving me any of your garbage or coquito or any of your stupid gifts, you can shove them up your ass.
No, come on.
did the magnets
Out of
make it on the
control.
fridge?
No, yes, they did. Of
Okay,
course they did.
yay!
Ask for a photo. Ask for a photo.
I know, I'll have to-
Ask
I'll
for a
text
photo.
Crystal.
Proof this guy lies to everybody he talks to.
They had pictures of his kids. I felt like at least I was pulling at his heartstrings.
And
for
we
that.
want front of fridge, not that side of
Yeah.
fridge.
Yeah,
so.
side of fridge is
No,
BS. You're
that's-
either on the front or
Yeah.
nothing.
I'll include magnets in this as well because this
Quick, fellas, move the magnets to the front of the fridge so I can take a photo of them.
and I'm gonna include my sister 3D printing me some nostalgic stuff.
He's just assassinating all of his friends.
See, when you
all the
make
nice people.
when you hand someone a handmade craft or item that you poured a lot of time, especially time is really the value of the bunch of trinkets you glued on is nothing, but it's the time,
Phrasing.
and sentimental,
Time and glue.
and
Yeah.
and like
He slips little insults in as he's explaining.
yeah,
The trinkets was a diss. Don't
like
think
it.
that wasn't
Well,
smoke.
no,
I
of
like
course
it.
I'm
Yeah,
trinkets.
trinkets is smoke.
And when you
I like
hand
abuse.
me this, and then I'm like, oh, thank you. I do appreciate it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate that you put the time and effort into something that you thought of me, right? And you thought of me while you were doing this. I understand all this.
But the item itself, Tom, do you appreciate that?
No, but-
Do you appreciate
No.
the item?
You know what
It's
he
fine,
would
it's okay.
do
What
you know
you've
what he would
done-
appreciate? He would appreciate this right here. This is what he would appreciate.
No.
It's Shannon Pompey.
Oh no, it's the wrong
It's the
one.
wrong
I didn't
one.
have it. I didn't have it. I was gonna blow it up.
Oh, no.
What
I
you've
knew it was gonna
done
bite.
is that you've burdened me with this item. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I cannot now get rid of it. You see what I'm because
But that's on you
Yeah.
and how crazy you
No,
are.
no,
You
no,
could
no.
have hung it up on your door
Yeah.
for
I
Halloween.
mean, honestly,
Yes,
or
yeah, but then I have to keep it forever. You see what
No,
I'm
you
saying?
don't,
You
because-
said you're
burdened
keeping it
me
anyway.
with- I cannot throw it away
You
now.
can.
We'll
You
put
can
it out. And
You can't throw it away.
You can.
That's the difference between you and me, Dr. Trace and Eminem.
You can.
I like if she gave it to me and this is all, and then she leaves,
Yeah.
and then I can literally go out back and smash it into
I'm
the
not
chair.
gonna-
You're the monster then. You
No,
say
I'm not.
I'm the monster.
never,
You're a monster.
I'm never gonna tell her I've done that. So
and I don't
so
ask for
there's-
inventory
and
pictures.
She doesn't
except
hold
for
me
the
accountable
magnets.
as a friend. She doesn't say you have to take this home. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
She gave it because she wanted to give it. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. Now we're out.
But if
It's
you,
done.
My heart
If you
was
throw-
big, and I wanted to.
I'm not gonna
give
tell her I
gifts.
threw it away, and I wouldn't do
You're a
that.
lying monster.
My
No,
mother.
I wouldn't do
This
it.
is in my blood. My mother was the first person to craft something and give it to Daniel. It was before me.
Oh yeah, it was my piggy.
Daddy pig.
It's my daddy. I still have it. Yeah.
There you
Okay,
go.
so yeah, you still have it.
He threw it
Because I
away and
like
he's
it.
lying. See how good he is. That's how good he is.
Well,
Yeah,
you
it could
still
be.
have it.
I
He's a
could be.
goddamn burden.
I
He
could be.
threw it away
Dan-
1
no,
second
no,
later.
Dan
said he had it
actually-
as natural as could be.
Dan would actually send me texts of Daddy Pig and him together.
Yeah.
Like, so he did,
Yeah.
up at one point, he did still have it. So I believe you still have it.
I do.
But if you don't, that's okay.
I do, but if it went to
Yeah.
the wayside, it's not a reflection
Yeah.
on you if I outgrew it, if I
Right.
moved on, if I couldn't keep it anymore. It's not a burden. It was something given from her to me
Right.
that I enjoyed, and now I can do what I want. I can literally do anything I want to with it.
Well, you can't throw it away because
Yeah, I can't.
it was given to you.
Can totally throw it away. I
With-
throw things. And here's a news flash.
I'll
You've been doing news flash. Here's my points bulletin to anybody that's giving me things. I can and will throw the things you give me away.
Because-
not all of them. Not all of them.
Because art is temporal. Art is not meant to last forever. Art, the Mona Lisa is going to crumble into dust one day. Like, we enjoy it while we have it. Like that little 3D, I don't know if I can say this, get ready to beat me, the little 3D dick that Dan printed out for
Yeah,
me.
the Weenie
It's on my
Dino.
desk. I enjoy it right now. Every once in a while,
Yeah,
my wife says,
yeah.
what's up with that little thing? And one day I will throw it away.
I will not hold you accountable
And
for that either.
and
You are free.
And then in the meantime, we enjoy our lives together.
Yeah, you are free.
But I've done the math, Tom, on what your thing, and I think this is the equation. So you do appreciate the time and effort somebody put into making something for you, but you don't want to be burdened with it.
Yeah.
So the best case scenario is somebody, for example, makes you a nice little Drunky the Bear oil painting, right? Frames it, comes to you and presents it and says, "Look, I made this for you. I spent time and effort painting Drunky the Bear," and then immediately throws it away in front of you. That's the best case scenario for you.
I'd be like, oh yes, wow.
That's what makes him the craziest.
No, that's his ideal scenario. That's what
Yeah.
he would like somebody to put the time and effort, but not be burdened.
That's not a scenario that will ever happen.
No, I want it to start happening. Please start making Tom stuff and throwing it away in front of him.
Just know, Tracy, that now I have to put that Halloween wreath in our Tupperware or Rubbermaid bin.
I let it slide
And
the
then-
first time. How was the TH and F sound?
Stored in my hoarder garage all year long, and just to
But
take
that's
it again,
the disorder,
and now I'm gonna
right?
die with it.
That's the disorder.
You.
Yeah, you are. You are.
I have two of them at my house. 'Cause
Yeah.
well,
I have two
Like
daughters.
Maisie. Okay, I'll give you one. Maisie has
managed all year.
Maisie has a jumbo ice cream cone wreath that you made her.
Yeah, that one was fun.
and
Candy.
it's fallen off the door a couple of times,
I'm
so it's
sure it
looking
has.
like we might have to wait for it, throw it away. But there's no
You're
burden.
throwing away someone's
and that
love.
one,
Maisie.
and that one I even spray painted. I had to take that out back and wait for the paint
All
to
the
dry.
time.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
like, you're gonna throw it away.
My daughter
It's
will
funny.
karate kick it into the trash and get a new one from Tracy.
The best part is Andrea's messaged me before and she's like, hey, the letter M that you had on that wreath, like, where did you get it? I need to get letters for
Yeah,
something. And so.
She helps us
yeah.
Well, just know that Daniel's throwing away all your love.
No, I'm not gonna
I
tell you
am
that.
And you're
storing
keeping
it in
all
my
the-
hoarder garage
Wow.
and filling my house with garbage.
if you love Tom, you'll make him another wreath. You'll come in, you bring it in studio. You'll
totally
open this
kidding.
blind and then take it out on the sidewalk and set it on fire in front of him. That would be-
The burden is free. But he also got to enjoy the wreath for,
Yes.
I don't know, one Mrs.
he knows you spent time thinking about him.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know how many times I've had pulled out old birthday cards that Crystal kept, and then it was like from like my grandfather, and then I pull it out, and then I'm about to throw it away, and then Crystal's like, "You're gonna throw away your pop-up birthday card?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm gonna put it back." I just put it back.
You were afraid you were
I just put it back in the drawer. I'm like, "All right, yeah, that'll." Be
I don't
good."
keep any of that stuff, man. I throw away pictures of Maisie. I throw away all kinds of crazy stuff.
So speaking of keeping,
What do
I
you-
brought show and tell. I wanted to show you something that I've kept
Oh
for a
my
very long
God!
time.
Put your tees back in your shirt. My God, they look fine.
So I went to this past weekend. I went to the barn up in Sanford.
Yes.
But we
To sell some of your crafts.
we well, we didn't even step foot in because they evidently weren't having line dancing that night. So and everybody there was 70 or older. So we were like, okay, back in the limo. We went down to Cowboys, which was suggested to you the other night for your adult weekend.
Yeah. I didn't know Cowboys was still around.
Oh, it's
And,
Yeah.
still around. It opens at 8:30.
I call it the heartbeat of Orlando. Honestly,
It was an interesting place, and I don't need to run back there anytime soon. I did almost get in somewhat of an argument with a nice lady. Woman,
Well, what'd you
younger than me.
do?
Is this competition of the
I
week?
sauntered over into the area.
Were you
where she was
pre-gaming at all?
Oh yeah, I was already.
How many
shammered.
de- how many-
I was.
You were
done.
already
yeah,
shammered.
I was hammered. I was
What is
hammered.
shimmered?
What
I
is
was done.
shimmered?
I was like, I was good. I had quite a few drinks.
All right.
But my one friend is single, and she saw a guy playing pool with a friend, and she thought he was cute, and I was like, okay, I'll saunter over there and make
Tom would hate
talk.
this. Tom would, don't
It
do
was
that.
the table next to them. It was a couple, a girl and her man. He was in the bathroom, and you know how in between like pool tables they have like a high top table, so
Yeah.
you can put your drinks down.
Sure.
So I just walked over to that area. So I'm just in between these tables.
Get the hell
And
out of
she
here,
looks
bitch.
at she looks at me and was like, and I go, hi. I'm like, I'm Tracy. I was like, what's your name? And she goes, Jen. She goes, I go, nice to meet you, Jen. She goes, how can I help you, Tracy? And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, my
You
friend.
better pull your
I
hot
was
glue
like,
gun on her.
Oh.
Well, and then I think looking back, because I might have been making a mockery of maybe her favorite bar, because I was dressed in a pleather fringe vest, cowboy boots from Target, and an Amazon cowboy hat. So I was very
Yeah,
culturally
it's like when I go
appropriating.
into any gay bar with my dildo hat
But
on.
I feel like
It's not appropriate,
You're
dude. You're
supposed
mocking
to
their
look like
Yeah.
that though when you go to Cowboys, because it is
the dildo
like,
hat. I disagree.
Their
don't know.
culture is not your
I
costume.
know.
yeah,
So
thank you.
She
Thank
did
you.
not like that I wanted to try and talk to someone that she didn't even know, so I just walked
Some
away. I
people
didn't
live
wanna
this
get in an
cowboy
argument.
life.
So
You should see how
yeah.
Tracy dresses to go to Gringos Locos. It's really
Yeah,
bad.
no.
So this hat, the reason I bought an Amazon hat is because I did not want to wear this hat. This is my great grandfather's.
What is that? Silver belly? What is that? That's beautiful.
This is my great grandfather's original Stetson hat.
Holy
Oh.
smokes, dude. That's
so you
bad.
can
I
see, like,
wish
his-
it had a rebel flag on it.
The
I mean,
best is down in the bottom here is the receipt.
Yeah, and I can assure you guys, if this isn't a original Stetson, a beaver died for this hat.
Yeah, it has his initials.
what
on
X
the
is that?
inside.
Does it have an X in it? Like how many X's it is? Because that would tell you how, like a 10X beaver or an 8X beaver.
It is.
But that is beautiful.
It's a 3X beaver.
3X beaver.
3X
Well, see, a
beaver.
3X beaver back then would be like so much higher quality than like I think a 3X now.
Oh yeah.
This
Because of the
was-
way they cut corners. And you
Correct.
still have the original hat box. You show the lid too. Show the box because that's important.
I've got 5 3X beaver jokes.
that's fair. And we should see a 10X
It's,
beaver.
it's, I mean, obviously
Yeah.
been held together with tape.
If I find my keys, we can drive out. Like-
But, yeah, this is,
Remember that?
This is so my grandmother told me
I got it.
Knee
I got
slapper.
it. I got
Official
it.
knee slapper.
I got him. If we can find my keys, we'll drive out, and I got him.
it has his initials on the inside. Did you want to see it?
Can I put it on?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't want to wear this and get wasted at
No,
Cowboys,
no,
but
no. I
yeah.
still have my dad's original Stetson. I have 2 of my dad's original Stetsons, and this is beautiful.
He got this out in Seattle, so this had to
There we
go
are.
some traveling, and so this would
How
date.
do I look?
Oh wow, you look amazing.
It's a smaller brimmed. Is that considered? What kind of hat is
This
that?
would be like I think this
Cat-
would be a Stetson over the road.
because the brim is smaller than a cowboy
yeah,
hat.
this is still considered a Stetson cowboy hat though, and it's like a smaller
They had a
kind of
farm.
a vibe. My dad's was a little closer to something like this.
It's kind of closer to like a bolo.
Well,
kind of.
this would have been dipped down a little bit. Think more like businessman kind of style.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know what I-
yeah,
this is a
yeah.
great hat.
Thank you.
Dude,
Not
this is
a-
a great
not
hat.
a
This is
deputy,
a good
but a
fight.
sheriff.
Do you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so my grandmother.
Do
Do you want to take a guess on how much he paid? And so the date would be my grandmother said it because he bought this in Seattle. So when they lived in Seattle, it would be around 1948 to 1952 is probably the years that
Okay.
like the couple of years span.
SJ says it's a traveler.
So
Okay.
late 1940s. I mean, handmade, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's back when there are a lot of complaints because I'm in a couple of hat forums and there are a lot of complaints about how Stetsons are made now because obviously with modern manufacturing, you do get a lot more hot glue. You do get a lot less stitching. You do get a lot more like kind of cutting corners. Customer service isn't like kind of where customer service would have been for this particular hat. Like this to me is quintessential turn of the, this is America, real Stetson hat. That's literally priceless, especially since it's in your family.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And the 3X, I just looked it up. That refers to how much beaver's in it. It's about 30% beaver.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna.
My
go,
wife is a solid 45% beaver.
I'm gonna go $24.
Okay, Ross, you want to go?
I had $13 in my head.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take Melissa's guess in the chat room. She said 55. I'll go high.
Tom's close. It was $20.67.
For a 3X beaver hat.
Mhm.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they and that included tax.
What year? What year?
I mean 48 to 52, somewhere in there. So it was $20 with 67 cents tax.
Like in year 2100, things are going to be $10,000. It's going to be like
What
a
year did you
GD
say
third
again?
world country, right?
And unfortunately,
Did you say 40?
I would say 48,
48?
52, somewhere in
Okay.
between there. They have the date on here, but they didn't put the year. So he
Like-
bought it March 21st.
Like this is the argument for crypto, right? I mean, this the inflation is going to be eggs are going to be $800.
Oh my God! And it does work out to what that hat, because Stetson makes a comparable hat, kind of the one that I said. I think SJ's right about being a travelor. There's a silver belly. It's called like an open road, Stetson open road silver belly hat that I like. It's got a small brim like that. The shaping's very similar. The interior of it looks very similar with the satin and everything. A 3X beaver hat that cost $20 in 1948 would cost about $300 right now. That's
Yeah,
a $300 hat all day long.
Nice.
In fact, you could get a lot more for it now because it's a better made hat than anything you can get right now.
Yeah.
And that can be reshaped. That can be cleaned. I mean, you could put it in a more productive box. That's
Yeah.
rad. That's
Thanks.
rad.
Yeah, I mean, I keep this just in my shelf, and
Yeah.
just because the box alone.
You
is
never know.
cool.
Mason might want to wear it one day. You know, you never know, man. Like that's a gentleman's hat.
Yeah, it was my great grandfather, so I thought that
Very
was pretty
cool.
cool.
He might want to get into a real fist fight at Cowboys and have
Yeah,
a nice
you're
beaver hat
right.
on
Yeah,
while he's
yeah.
doing
I
it.
wouldn't have worn that out
And
either.
he had a very interesting first name too. His first name was Homer, so it was very.
that's old
It's
school.
old
Yeah,
school,
yeah,
and
yeah.
his wife's name was Myrtle.
Ira in
Homer
my.
and Myrtle.
Well, if you're
Wow.
if it's your family's anything like the Van family, you will soon find out that hat is from the 1970s. It has nothing to do with your grandfather at all.
It was made by Sears and Roebuck.
We're not the Van family, trust me. My grandmother told me the entire story of it that I don't remember, and unfortunately, she's now passed, so I can't get that. But I did remember the dates because that was when they lived.
They're saying that
no,
hat
my-
right now. What do you think you could get for it? Like if you.
My grandfather looked me in the eye and told me I was an Indian. So you can whatever you want to think.
It's America, man. You can be whatever you want to be.
Whatever. Yeah.
They're saying right now, if you wanted to if you wanted to part with it, you could probably put it online, and a collector would at least give you $750 to $1,000.
I mean, you know what? If you put it up on Elite Vintage Apparel, you could probably get at least that,
Oh,
if not a little bit more.
Yeah.
The
Elite.
Stetson crest is on the box, and I like it. It's like, it's your standard, like, shield shaped crest in the middle. And you know how, like, if you're an English king, you might have, like, lions up against the shield as your crest. The Stetson crest is on one side. I think it's a griffin, like kind of like a winged eagle dragon, Tom. And then on the other side, it is very much a beaver,
It's
a
awesome.
fat little beaver
That's
on
awesome.
their crest.
You got to keep that in the family and
Yeah.
and burden your son.
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, for sure.
So you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
fill his garage.
For sure.
And, like,
Absolutely.
In like 40 years, this is gonna be somebody's like amazing find at Goodwill. This is gonna be somebody's gonna love finding this at Goodwill.
All right,
Or in a
Don't make
estate
me
sale.
sad.
That's what I
Right.
did. I took all my mom and dad's stuff. I was like, goodbye.
Tracy, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
And again, you can find the White Claw Zero at all.
yeah,
retailers now.
today I picked it up at ABC.
Yeah, but they're
Awesome.
rich already. What's your Etsy shop?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to say.
Really?
Oh,
Oh, look what you
I-
did. You monster. Look what you did.
I know you made
Look
me
what
nervous.
you did.
You made me
Look what
nervous.
you did.
No.
These are your
Wow.
friends. These are your
Yeah.
friends, and you're just straight spitting in their face.
You know what
now you
Tracy's
have to buy
worried
a pair
about?
of earrings.
She's worried that
He'll never do that.
she's worried all your scumbag listeners are gonna buy her earrings and set them on fire in front of you. That's what she's worried about.
And too much joy.
Just throw out your Etsy's.
No, I don't want to do it.
Tracy.
You're making me nervous.
No.
Pull your Etsy's
I-
out. Come on.
All right, I named it Little Wild Craft Co. because I'm a little wild and I have a craft company.
Bad
Yeah.
bitch craft company.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
the,
I didn't want to go like
Yeah.
that crazy.
where the earrings don't need no man.
Yeah.
This is Bad Bitch Earring Company.
Well, thank you
Tracy
very much.
speaking.
You're welcome. Are your ears pierced up?
I still have my left.
Why don't we rock one?
Whatever the
God,
non-gay
you
one.
do.
was
Why don't you
called.
rock one? Why don't you rock one like BJ from Chipstones?
You should get like a nice like bead and feather one to honor your Indian
How much?
I'm
heritage.
doing
I
long
wanted
ones.
to.
How much for you to go
I'm doing long ones.
one beaded jade with a feather on the end? How much? Because there's a price on
I
it.
mean, I'm waiting on the
$600.
pearls to arrive today. So I mean, I think Tom
Cash.
would look really cute with those. Yeah.
All right, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
All right,
Gotta go.
bye-bye. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Ross McCoy is joining us
Hey,
today.
guys.
Hey.
So the Winter Olympics are coming up, and somehow,
60 days, well, 55 days, 56 days.
yeah, we are in a situation
100 days?
where the official mascots of, I guess I say mascots, the U.S. promotional mascots.
Yeah.
Or
Because the Olympics always does have a mascot, and sometimes it is bad. Because the '96 Olympics in Atlanta had Izzy, which is a terrible mascot.
well, yeah, I guess
Well, I
you-
think their whole thing was, I see what they're doing, was like, what is he?
No, I get it,
And
and it
it's-
was
but it
hammered
was
down
like
our
you-
throats at the
you-
time. I lived in Georgia at the time.
You can't make your mascot a pun kind of, no.
Nobody liked it.
No.
Nobody was on board. I don't know
agree.
how that one got
I remember
through.
there was
It
backlash all the way into Florida.
Terrible.
So mascot's the wrong word. I guess brand ambassador.
That's good.
Is, like
That's good.
there's two brand ambassadors to the Olympics now, and it's Snoop Dogg and Flavor Flav.
Mhm.
I guess that would make me Flavor Flav and use Snoop Dogg for Orlando City.
And then it just like organically happened, or was this like a plan by someone?
No, this maybe for Snoop, there's a little more planning involved, I think. But from what I understand, Flavor Flav is a weird 70-year-old rapping black guy who really does seem to love Olympic sports a lot, especially bobsled and skeleton. Like, he is obsessed with it, I guess you could say.
And so no one's paying him to promote, or some.
I think beyond that, I think he paid them. In fact, the chat room said that. I think last Olympics, there were some teams that needed funding,
Mhm.
and Flavor Flav was the guy that cut him a check. I think that's a confirmed real story that he was like, he took his own money, because, I mean, he's still getting paid, and he was like, no, I got you. And he bought him uniforms, I think. I can look it up.
And then Snoop Dogg, the same thing, or is that like an NBC? NBC is the Olympics, right? Or
Snoop's looks a little more like an endorsement by NBC and Kevin Hart. That's
I know he got paid, yeah.
But the Flavor Flav one's weird because he just did it. We can play the video in a little bit, but like, he's very active. Like, he goes there, he's with them, he's part of the team almost.
Because Snoop did he was doing like wildlife videos online, right? He'd do like some like nature you so crazy type stuff online, and then I think he did it for the Olympics or something, and then NBC at some point did officially bring him in an official capacity because JB Ball from Tampa was writing for him doing that.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
right.
And then I know he would do stuff with Kevin Hart and
I think it was
commentary stuff, and
Mhm.
it became real popular online, especially with them two just riffing about things like bringing the comedy to the Olympics, and then that stuck. And then
It was Instagram that got him into it.
oh yeah, and then it just became where like he's out there with a full USA, tracksuit,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
at the events, and and then we talked about stories of them paying them per day to be there and be involved, and like he made a good amount of money. So
Well,
like,
Flavor Flav, like, there is a U.S. women's water polo team player, Maggie Steffens, posted on Instagram about how the team's visibility and support needed a boost. And then Flavor Flav was the one that stepped in and said since he was a girl dad, he's always been a supporter of female sports. So that was like his entrance into like U.S. Olympic sporting. And then he kind of just started bouncing around because he likes it so much. And now he's like full blown. He's our guy with the Olympics. He's like into it, follows all the sports, supports it, asks questions, covers it. He's almost like a reporter because he truly is into it. So when he asks questions, they're genuine and real instead of just putting somebody out there that's getting paid. Kind of a good idea,
And I'm sure once it became known, like he was semi-available online to Olympic teams. I'm sure like handball was hitting him up. I'm sure all Olympic teams were just like hitting him up online, like, "Hey, Flavor Flav, buy us some new shoes or whatever."
and
Yeah, they're saying that there's no indication that this is a prearranged corporate campaign at all, that his public statements have always been motivated like about girls sports, and then that kind of spiderwebbed out to like now it's all American Olympic sports.
And that explains the clocks. He was timing races with those clocks around his neck.
God, bingo, bango, bongo. You bet. Again, I'm going to say I said it on Monday. Play the lottery. There's a lot of good coming out of your mouth.
he's got to have a clock with Olympic rings, and then the middle rings a clock.
What if he
right?
didn't? What if he didn't? And you were
Whoa.
sitting on that idea. You need to email him, man. What are you doing? Why are you sitting here with an idea that good?
So
Right?
So then a video came out of Flavor Flav going down the skeleton. Is it skeleton
Yeah,
luge?
it's called
or-
the skeleton. Yeah, I guess you could just call it the skeleton or
Okay.
skeleton. I think.
luge is like
different thing now.
But I think that it's like sledding.
Yeah.
It's extreme sledding, however you want to slice it.
And the skeleton
Yeah.
is where you lay on the sled head first, and it's single. And
yes, it's more dangerous.
and then it's a single rider. It's not a bobsled where you get in with like either yourself or like multiple people. It's you're sitting on a aerodynamic Olympic sled.
Yeah, on a real track. He's got the full suit on.
A
He's got a
helmet.
helmet. He's got special feet, like with the grippers on him. I guess. You want to see this clip here?
and,
Okay.
And so Flavor Flav is 70 years old,
Yeah.
by the way, which is crazy because Snoop Dogg is like 40. I think he's like a little older than me. He's like 45 or something. Or like
Yeah,
47 or something. You know, like-
There's no way.
no,
I'm saying, yeah,
I
Snoop's
think
not
he
even
is.
It's got to be at least 50.
Well, he started when he was like 18 years old. Like, when we
Hold
first
on.
saw him
Yeah,
in
look about-
Deep Cover, the 187 on an undercover cop. I
Right.
think he was 18 years old in that video. Could have been 17.
I have bad news though. That was 100 years ago.
I know. I have no concept of time.
Okay, he's 54. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll take my money as a
Oh,
check.
Tom hates that. He hates it when he gets it wrong. He's
You
so
know what it is?
confident.
Well, no, it's for a decade I've been saying on the radio how young Snoop was,
Yes.
and it just
And it caught
froze.
up with you now.
Yeah, I was like, he's like 45, 47, but then 10 years ago,
Right.
yeah.
Here is a little Flavor Flav doing the luge with the U.S. Olympic team.
Flavor Flav joins the USA skeleton team.
He's getting in the sled now.
Listen, relax, Flavor Flav.
Oh,
Nice.
and that's Chuck D pushing him down the chute.
Oh, you can hear him yell, "Yeah, boy!" There he is going down the track. I mean, he's going fast.
Yeah.
He could die, at 70. You fall out of that thing going 70, you'll break every hip.
So,
There he goes.
I mean,
There he goes. It's pretty
Oh, he-
straight, too. He held it straight. He held it pretty straight.
and so, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how pumped
So-
he is. Your wife made the funniest joke, though, when I posted this. I put this on my Instagram, and she's like, well, basically, it's just a ride now, right?
Yeah, okay, that's what I was going to bring up. Like, now, obviously, he's going way slower than any
Olympic speed.
Olympic athlete.
Sure.
But the fact that 70-year-old Flavor
I'm
Flav
impressed.
even did it
I'm impressed.
at I mean, even if that was half the speed, but that's got to be more than half the speed.
don't
No
think-
way they're doubling that.
There's no way they can control it that much. It's blades on ice. It's not like they put him down there and they're like, we put him, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no,
probably a slow sled,
maybe a dull sled, I guess.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
you-
training sled. But still, I contend that based on what he's wearing, just a helmet and those little footies, and he's basically wearing what you train in for cycling. If he falls out of there, he's going to get hurt.
So you guys grew up in Florida without hills or
Yeah.
snow, and as a Yankee who grew up in the hard ridges of Allegheny County, and I sledded a lot as a kid. There are children who will be doing stuff way more dangerous than this all winter long. Like regular sledding on a hill with like a flexible flyer or whatever is way more dangerous than a team loading an old man into a bullet and then sending him down an ice tube. And you notice that video didn't show the end of it? There's some sort of like they catch him at the end. Like there's some sort of safety net at the end. He had a nice little ride, a nice little trip down an ice tube, and
we're not in.
there's going to be a kid on a garbage can this winter who takes a way more dangerous trip
This is
down
what's wrong, though.
down an icy street.
When nothing's impressive to all of us, then we start fighting with each other. You know what I mean? Is that we got to start like just pretending like, oh, it's great.
So do you remember someone died on the skeleton I don't know how many
Yeah.
Olympics
I wanna
ago,
say it was like
but
It
the
wasn't.
last
It was like
one.
1 or 2
Yeah,
ago.
it was
'Cause
pretty recent.
but that course they said was like really dangerous. Like people were coming up close to the lip.
And
Because
then
like
he
Flavor
flew
Flav,
off.
you saw him like ride down the middle. When they ride it hard, they'll like
go up the
kiss
bank.
the lips,
Yeah.
and then so that course that they that guy flew off of and died was like kind of known to be really dangerous. And I think they either shut that one down or changed it immediately afterwards.
Yeah. And I think that's all stuck in our heads to why this is so dangerous.
Which is why they probably put him on it.
But it's really
Right?
like one accident in a lot of years. Then there's probably been prior accidents, but like it's probably relatively safe, and we all just think it's way more dangerous than it is because of that one thing that's stuck in our head. Like, oh, he died, and then we all saw the footage of it. And then we're like, oh, my God, this could happen to anyone.
I
but it
do love
probably can't.
specialty sports, hyper specialty sports, where you live in a weird area, right? And you get up at like 5:15 and you wake your daughter up. I wake up Maisie, and then we go downstairs and we get in the truck, and behind the truck is our bobsled, our 2-man bobsled. And I got to take her up to the bobsled place for her and her buddy, for her and her girlfriend to get in so they can ride because they're doing the 2-man. And I'm the dad. I'm bobsled dad. How wild would that be, dude? How wild would it be? Because I like when I see parents that do like high level. There's a little girl here in Florida that does, I think she's Maisie's age, and she does pistols. She does competitive pistol shooting.
Yeah.
This is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. The kid's like 10 years old. Like,
It's so random how things or people get into things. Like it just
But bobsled's weird, right? We can all agree that is a. Like, if you were like, oh, what's the hobby that you and Tommy do? Well, he loves his bobsled. He loves his skeleton. Loves it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
If you don't have a facility anywhere near you,
It
you
would
can't
be
train for this.
It would be so hard to get into bobsledding here.
Well, that's
there's gotta
a
be-
Jamaican bobsled movie.
But there's got to be a kid, right? Because you
That
don't
wants
pick and
to?
choose
For
what
sure.
you fall in love with,
For
right? Like,
sure.
I want a pedal steel guitar. I can't
Absolutely.
effing find one, you know? But, like, you don't get to pick and choose that stuff. So I wonder, there's got to be some people with, like, the easy one around here would be ice skating, right? That's the easy one. It's like, and I know some parents. In fact, Andrea's
there's
friend
ice
Lorelai, her daughter's an excellent ice skater, like, really wins championships and wins medals. But it's funny because we're in Florida, so you see them have to truck it to the ice rink all the time. All the time.
Our advantage, I guess, if you want to go like geography dependent, would be surfing. You could get your kid into surfing, whereas like a kid in Saskatchewan couldn't get into surfing as easy.
Yeah, that's a good one. Tell the wizard and get his boy out there. Come on.
No money in that. Really, there's no money in any Olympic sports. Like it's all just passion.
Unless you're a personality. If you're like the flying tomato guy or whatever, and there's no money in being a roller skater or whatever he was, I forget.
You don't have to be a personality.
Snowboarder.
I think you just have to be the best.
Sean White, but that then you get the X Games and like outside of just this sport, like then you can make it like same thing with skiing.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll go back to Mary Lou Retton. She's like a little lady tumbler, and then suddenly she's on every Wheaties box in America. She's endorsing everything.
But this year she got a DUI, and we're not letting her. Yeah, we're not letting her
Mary
live it
Lou,
down.
I would have given you a ride. Give me a call.
Yeah, go
I'll
look
pick
up
you up.
go look up the mugshots. They're pretty good.
Dude, I want to listen. I'm very pro law enforcement, but I want to talk to that cop. I want to talk to that cop that didn't just give Mary Lou Retton
He's
a ride.
obviously communist. I wouldn't do that.
Have words with that police officer.
I wouldn't do that. Go for the Golden 84 was in my house. I'm an Olympic guy. I love the Olympics. My wife loves the Olympics. You think for a second I wouldn't even talk down to Mary Lou Retton?
If I'm that cop, I'm like, man, let me see your license and ID. I think you were driving a little American hero Mary Lou Retton, ma'am. Scoot over. I'm giving you a ride home. That's how that arrest goes if it's me.
And I'd buy Greg Louganis lunch.
Absolutely.
I'd buy him lunch too. If I see him at a cafe, I'm like, that's on me, Greg.
Yes.
Is DUI the most serious crime that people
that you technically didn't commit?
The majority of people, when they look at someone who got arrested for it, have to pretend like they care. And not like, oh, okay.
Well, it's one of the ones where you only,
I do that.
You only care if you do something terrible, right? It's that one.
Yeah.
It's like if you kill a bunch of people doing it, then you're a monster. If you get away with it, it's like, look at that time, I'll do it again, right? That's not good.
Well, I'm just saying, like when you see it in the media and people like, oh, this celebrity got a DUI, and then you have to pretend like, oh, how dare you?
No, I never do that. We are all Mary Lou Retton, sir. We are all Mary Lou.
Because with the DUI, I'll do defending a monster for you. With the DUI, the problem is that if you just like let's say you're 0.01% over the legal limit and you're driving home and maybe you cross the center line for a second, a cop notices you get pulled over, and you get arrested for a DUI, you get punished the exact same as the guy who went through a crowd full of people drunk. They punish you for a future crime that you may have committed later, basically, instead of like a minor fine or whatever for what you actually did.
So in the Winter Olympics,
I'm glad you changed.
Tom's switching because he agrees hard.
Yeah, I appreciate the subject change.
What's the weirdest sport? Or the most like
I think competitive de-essing is probably the weirdest sport I've seen.
The one where it's like cross country skiing and then you shoot something, right? When you involve the
what
pistol.
What is that called? A steeplechase? Is that the steeplechase?
I know you got like
I think that's jumping into water.
steeplechase. I think is dog racing.
But yeah.
I know you got the biathlon in the summer. I'm not super familiar with the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, no, I know.
Biathlon. Yeah, you got it. Biathlon.
But anytime you involve a pistol, it's funny to me because it's just.
I like when it hits the metal. Would you like it better if they had like a target of like a robber with a lady in a chokehold at like a target? And that'd be cool, right? You have to ski a certain area, then you have to stop, then you have to survey the scenario, and then not shoot the hostage in the face.
Because if I remember correctly, like some of those like multi-stage ones were kind of like left over from the Greek Roman times, where it was like, here, prove how manly you are in a number of ways. Can you ride a horse? Can you do some sword fighting? And then later gunplay became involved and maybe wrestling. Because some of them were like, some of the lineups they used to have in the old Olympics were actually wow.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
We should do our own Olympics around here, and we should do that. How are you with a sword? Can you ride a horse? I think I could ride a horse better than both of you guys. I think I could because I'm little.
Yeah, but when's the last time you rode a horse?
It's been a while. It has been a while.
I wanted to do.
Ross might ride well.
No, horses don't like me. I was real close. I was in talks with Don Price to use his property for. I wanted to do like a tumbleweed comedy Olympics and have like comedians come out and they'd have to like ride a 4-wheeler around Don's property. Like shoot some target shooting because he had a range right there in his front yard, Yeah. And then we'd set up a little stage or something, and you do comedy right after, and we'd like judge him on all 3 events. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun.
For sure, I'd fall off the 4-wheeler and shoot myself.
That's pretty funny though. You're getting funny points.
I think that's why horses are different now that I'm older and I've had my hip replaced than they were when I was a young boy riding ponies that would roll over on me and getting kicked by a horse or something like that. Like you don't feel the same way about them. A fall is different.
While we're on Olympics, every once in a while they'll do like that list of Olympic sports that have been disavowed or whatever. And my favorite, and I wish they would bring it back, is always tug of war. At one point,
that'd be a good one.
Countries sent teams of people to pull rope again. I want tug of war back so bad.
Yeah, the tug of war would be cool.
Tug of war is fun. You gotta have the doo-doo pit though, where you pull them into the doo-doo pit.
The main problem with a lot of these Olympic sports is let's take, for example, ski jumping, right? Now
Flavor Flav ski jumps, I will stop talking smack.
Altogether. That would be pretty. I mean, I hope he does not because we need him for this Olympics. But if he chooses to, that's on him.
I think out of all the sports, no amateur could do that even a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
That's terrifying to me. Have you ever seen the GoPro 4K videos where you are the guy going down the ski?
You're essentially when you leave that ramp, your skis are so long and you're positioning your body like a hang glider.
You're kissing your feet almost.
And you don't do pizza.
Glide.
You do ultimate, I don't know what you call that.
Yeah, I mean, those skis turn into wings and you're kind of
gliding.
Glide falling down
and
a
you do that weird thing with your hands where you're trying to keep it steady.
Well, that's when you land. When you land, you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Anyway.
If you watch any Canadian TV shows, there's always a part where somebody gets put off a ski jump involuntarily. That's a staple.
I like the ones where they practice into the water, but you're doing crazy flips, not the long distance. But all of the Olympic sports, you'll see the first one and you'll be like, whoa! and then the rest of them are all the same. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like
within fractions of a meter.
and then you're like, like it's not like one guy can only go 50 feet, and one guy's like 1,000 meters. You know what I'm saying? Because then there's difference. Like everybody's within a fraction of a second.
The Olympics is terrible for blowouts.
Yes. Yeah. Again, I'd like to see some fat dad go down and just to see like, here's a normal guy who skis on the weekends.
Let's make it Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav does every event before they go.
Yes. Look at him try. Like that's what we want to see.
Twisted Movies at our Twitch chat room says, I'm from Iron Mountain, Michigan, and I ski jumped for 5 years in our youth club. That's cool. That's a cool hobby. That's a cool hobby. How old were you, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah. He says there are two styles, ski jumping and ski flying.
Ooh.
What is ski flying? That sounds better. I mean, flying better than jumping. We all know that.
Yeah, just show us what an average Joe can do, and then compare it, because that breaks it up. I don't want to see a bunch of people fractions of a second. This guy went 1 meter further. Oh, it's the same.
Well, there's definitely a fat dad that can still jump. He ain't gonna go far, but he can show us how to do it.
Yeah.
So you get one of those guys up to volunteer to be on Team Olympics as the everyman.
As
the everyman.
Yeah,
because he's got the skill. He's just not. He's not keeping up the fitness level, right? It's kind of like EJ with the swimming. He still knows how to do all of it, but big fat sloppy mess.
Yeah. And then you can compare the actual.
You've always
Olympic
wanted this.
Athletes.
I think this was your original guy running on the bottom cartoon for Swervy Jones in a cartoon about this.
Yeah. All right. We will take a break. We'll be right back with more corporate time.